Good evening, good morning, hello, good afternoon to everybody wherever you are, and welcome to the show again. The real Thomas Markle Jr. and friends here on YouTube. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Now I set this up a little differently so I could do things, but now I can't reach the damn comments. What the hell? Tom is an uncle to a sack of potatoes. Yes. Yeah, but you know, there's nothing wrong with a good potato, right? Shameless justice. All right, shameless justice, your camera around. Turn your camera around. Why would I turn my camera around? Good morning, Carol. Loppy Mom, another member. Hello. That's right. We love members. Shameless Justice. Kristen from Arizona. Samantha McDowell is in the house again. Another awesome member. Thank you, Samantha. BB, hello. Karen, hi. It's a secret. Good morning from Nova Scotia. Alice Martin, hope you're feeling better. I am feeling so much better today. Last night was brutal. Oh, didn't sleep. I went to bed at 5 in the morning and got up at 10 and actually just said, okay, fine. It's on its way out. Good to go. All right. Nadia Linderman, hi. Your sister needs Jesus. Yes. With a bag of flour sprinkles and some holy water. She needs holy water first and then some Jesus action. Beverly Hedger, what's up, Tom? How are you? Snowy Girl is another awesome member. Australia, yes. Cheyenne, hi Tom, love your honesty, thank you. Loopy Mom, you're looking and sounding better, yes. It's whatever I had. I don't know. I'm gonna nail it down to probably the mosquito bites. Yeah, mosquito bites. Because normally I just don't get sick really like that or that often, but that's all I can narrow it down to. Mosquito bites. So maybe I got some whatever, but like I said, I'm glad I have a great immune system and all that good stuff. But thank you. I appreciate that. I feel better. And yes, I actually thought I did look better this morning when I looked in the mirror. Thank you. So, what is going on with that post from Meghan Markle? I mean, when I saw that post, and I'm talking about this one right here, right? And then it disappeared. So I was just like, it's about damn time. Did she just say, I'm done, bye, see you later? I saw that and I go, well, you know, but then right after that, the video came, right? All right, let's see. Let's slow down here so I can stay ahead of you guys. Diana, good morning from Nottingham, land of Robin Hood and men with tights. In the absolutely disgusting performance from Meghan, yes. I don't know, but, you know, we're going to get to the news on that later. We will get to the news on that later. Yeah, still got it. Sorry. Lady Jillibean, what is your chest tattoo? Is it Celtic? Yeah, you know, you could say all my tattoos are like that, but it's not done yet. I don't know if you could make that out, but maybe I should start OnlyFans. Check this out. $1.99 for 5-minute look. But it's I don't know. It has some meaning to me. Just put it that way. So it's a hammer, and yes, it's Thor's hammer. You know, along with a lot of my other Celtic tattoos. You know that they're all going to be connected someday. But yes, I thought Scottish and Irish heritage. Absolutely. All right. Diana, Royals here. Hold on, I keep getting things messed up here. Here we go again. Anyway, that post this morning, or this was yesterday or whatever, and then that video came out, the dancing hot coochie mama with the butt implants and the potato sack. And that's exactly what it looked like. Like I said yesterday, I saw that video, and my God, just, is it any more obvious that that was a rented hospital room, obviously, right? And last time I checked, don't you go to the hospital to have a baby when your water breaks and you're sort of dilated, right? You don't go there to order takeout spicy Thai food and dance around like you're on hallucinogenics and what do they call this? Hallucinogenics and MDMA. That's a good one, yeah. And especially Harry. I mean, like, Harry, could you get any more fucked up, dude? I mean, seriously? I mean, how many shots did you have in you? Were you flying on some good ecstasy or something? And you actually went along with that? This is all allegedly, in my opinion, of course, but I think the whole world has the same opinion on that. Nobody in their right mind, okay, it just didn't make any sense. It looked like a made-up hospital room from like old like sitcom, right? Like a backdrop, right? When in all actuality, everybody knows exactly what was happening 4 doors down in the actual delivery room. Wow, doesn't take a brain surgeon to put that together now, does it? Maybe takes a gynecologist in some cases, but obviously that's what was going on. Somebody with a wristband, jewelry, whatever, not even in a hospital gown, in a black, unwrinkled, horrible dress that looks like it just came out of a sock drawer, with a potato sack, and what do they call it? Baby got back booty implant, like two-way tape and some silicone, stuck a big old booty on her. Because it's obvious, if you slow this video down, you can look at it. You've got 2 little olive oil stick figure SpongeBob SquarePants legs going into this enormous ass in the back, right? And then on the front, you've got this massive, lumpy sack of potatoes with bumps and bulges, right? Okay, so it makes me think about this text, right? Makes me think about this text. Really? I mean, what? Your number's up? You think people are just going to keep buying this shit? Or are you that completely, like, I don't know, what's the word for it? Mentally disturbed or just not there? Well, I think everybody knows it's just not there. It's never been there and it never will be there. But I think everybody's had enough. And I think old Meghan sucks it. I think she knows that for a fact now. Or there's another possibility that somebody brought to my attention, which actually does make some sense also. Now bear with me here for a second, because maybe, just maybe they got some special news from somewhere, you know? Maybe they got special news that, like, the titles are gone, and then the shit hit the fan, and then she says, fuck you all, bye. Now, so this is a person who's been supported by her own media. She's created this media for years to make herself look amazing and whatever. Now I think she's feeling the backlash, you know? The total backlash, because it's like nobody bought it. I mean, if you look at the news on this stuff, it's pretty brutal. But everybody's right though. So we'll get to more of that here in a second. Let's see. Loopy Mum, why don't you call her Rachel as that's her real name? Well, that's her real legal name, but everybody's always called her Meg or Megan. So, you know, I got different names for her that I call her, but that's that's what I do. Maria Ballard, hello. Lady Jillabine, welcome back. Chest tattoo, even bloody predictive text. Yes. Who's that? Nellie Glenn, good. Nellie Glenn, good morning from South Africa. Well, good morning. Julie Lewis, hello. Tanya, hello Tanya. Hi Tom, that's woman is hated all over the world. Yes. Samantha McDowell, even I've got secondhand embarrassment for that woman. Huh. Okay, Marianne Nolan. Good morning from Northern Ireland. Or boy, that could he's staying with you. That's cold staying with you. No, this cold's on the way out. Yes. Shameless Justice. Miss you, Tom. Not anymore. We're back. Peter White, what's up, buddy? Samantha. Oh, Diana with 2. Check out. Oh, Deborah Johnson. Thomas, hope you and your dad are okay. I don't know how you stay so strong. I think it might be your awesome sense of humor. Hugs to your dad. Thank you so much, Deborah. Well, you're pretty much right about that. If I let everything get to me, there'd be a lot of victims. That's all I gotta say. Esmeralda, hello from the UK. KC, Meghan is really bad at acting. Pregnant, yes. Well, she's bad at a lot of things. She's bad at telling the truth. She's bad at ironing. She's bad at wearing clothes that fit her. She's pretty much bad at. She's bad at pretending that like she's surprised to see ducks. That's for damn sure. Well, I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. I had all this crap ready to go here, and this is just not going to work anymore, so we're never going to use that thing ever again. Bye. And well, is everybody having a good day? The start of a great weekend, and actually in Cebu here, where I'm at right now, currently coming to you live in Cebu, Philippines, where anybody can go check their radar for the weather in Cebu right now, and there's flooding because it's raining like you know what. It started this morning, but boy, had some really good lightning and thunder. But I just got an alert on my phone a few minutes ago that not too far from here, like there's like 2 feet of water running down the streets. So for all those other channels and all those other people who just like, oh, he's faking it. He's not even in the Philippines. Okay, well, where the hell would I be then? You tell me, since you guys know better. Really? All right. Lady Jillabine really likes my tattoo. Well, thank you. Well, when I get it all finished, I'll be sure to show it off. But, you know, I got to still work on my summer beach body yet because, you know, the last 6 months, you know, let's just say they've been a little rough on me. So, yeah. So maybe put on a few extra pounds. So once I get my hot supermodel beach body back, yeah, then I'll show off my tattoos. But it'll be nice. So, all right. Yeah, everybody like, subscribe. Definitely love that comment. Love everything. Like, subscribe. We are kicking serious booty. 41,000 plus subscribers now. That's up 3,000 plus in the last month. Yes. But this is what I do when I put the work in. This is what happens when I put the work in and I stay consistent and I stay fresh and I do like different things. And everybody knows, like, where did Tom go? What happened to Tom? Where did Tom go? He disappeared, you know? I'm not going to do that anymore. So we're here to stay, and got lots of content coming here from the Philippines, okay? For all the other channels who just, you know, or all the other people who think I'm not in the Philippines, and wham. So, all right, let's see. Donna Huggins. Oh gosh, I sounded like that last month. Said not COVID, but I gave it to my poor dad. Well, keep in mind, people, if you've noticed social media and other avenues right now, they are pushing the narrative right now. They're pushing the the 2 new variants of COVID that are like, oh, so horrific and 10 times worse. But I have to be honest. When I went to the doctor last week, when I was coming down with this crap, she told me, she goes, you need to wear a mask in public. You know, not that, I mean, there are a lot of people in the Philippines, and when you're taking public transportation, you're in public places, you're going here, you're going there, you have to remember to keep your hands to yourself, wash your hands all the time, and do wear a mask, because every major city right now is a melting pot of people traveling and bringing things, you know, that your body may not be used to. So, and it's natural to go to a different environment and get a nasty cold and flu. And some of them are bad, some are really bad, but you really have to stay on top of it. And, you know, I got my home remedies going, so they actually work pretty good, and I don't like to take medicine, so. All right. Peter White from Scotland, what's up, man? Peter from Belfast, Loopy Mom, an Irish and a Scot, yep. Well, in case anybody's wondering, I'm Scotch, Irish, and English. And I've already told the story about the guy who wrote the Meghan book. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. I apologize. But anyway, hung out for a few days while he's writing the book, and I gave him a bunch of information, and he came and he bowed to me, and he did the genealogy report. So mostly I'm from Scotland, Scotch, Irish, and English. That's what Grandma told me, and that's actually what's right. So that's how we're directly related to Robert the Bruce, apparently. So, hey, go figure. So, yes, Harry's banging his cousin. Whatever. All right, good morning, chat. Marianne Nolan, hello, welcome. Nadia Linderman, please do a skit. Yes, I'm on it. Everybody wants that. I'm on it. Don't you worry. I actually bought some props earlier today when I was out, and I'm on it. And they are really, really good props. Yes. All right. All right. No gas in sight. Donna Hudson's twerking trash. She finally elevated something. You know, trailer trash now elevated and over her LOL. All right. You know, and that video, you guys, there's an old saying, right? You can take the girl out of the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park out of the girl. She must have learned that from Mama. That's all I got to say about that. Did that sound like a Forrest Gump line to you? Shameless Justice. I think she just tried to seem fun and relatable. It could have worked if she hadn't pissed at everybody off already and still trying to fool us that she was really pregnant. Well, now that's a really good point there. A lot of people say that video wasn't recorded when it was recorded. They said it was recorded recently. I've heard that many times. That could very well be. But anybody who's been pregnant, right? That's not how it goes down. You don't go to the hospital and eat spicy Thai food and dance around like a complete buffoon, right? And to mock everybody with a sack of potatoes tied to you. It just doesn't work. I mean, we've seen the moon bumps for years, and now we got to see the potato sack and the booty implant? Come on. It's like slapping everybody in the face, just like her text, right? Fuck all you. Bye. You know, it's like she is so much better than everybody. Don't you guys get it? She is so much better, and she's just showing it right now. Fuck you all, bye. But that's how she really feels, because apparently that post got taken down immediately. It was up for a minute or two from what I understand. But that's how she really looks at everybody. And I've said that before on my shows. Look at what I have, look what you don't have. Look, everybody tune into my stupid cooking show because look what I have. Look how I live my stupid life. I have no friends, but I have all this stupid stuff that I don't need, that nobody needs. Yeah, and you guys are stupid and I'm not. And that's exactly how she runs her life. And she's thinking in that little pea brain upstairs that she has. And this is all allegedly, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I mean, what'd she do? She got a half a bag of corn nuts for brains up there? Seriously. So, good on you, you know? Like I said yesterday, you've just etched yourself in stone to the number one most narcissistic, idiotic, ungrateful, hated person in the world. Pretty much. Can we just call her Meghan Simpson? All right, let's see. Georgie girl, Thomas, the whole thing was staged. You know, I don't doubt that too. It looked like it was staged. Like I said, it looked like a rented hospital room waiting for the delivery in the actual maternity ward. That's what it looked like to me. Which would explain she flew out of the hospital 2 hours after 2 epidurals and giving birth. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Samantha McDowell, as a mom of 6, those moves are impossible. Yes. Like I said, when one goes to the hospital, it's usually when they're going into labor, right? Because when your water breaks and you go into labor, now I know this because I have 2 children. Yes, I do. And it's a horrifically painful situation when you start dilating and you start having contractions. You're not dancing around with your bimbo dumbass husband twerking like a complete idiot. At least the cold's on its way out, you guys. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry about that. Shameless justice. It's probably the room that she laid in after the surrogate gave birth. Well, the surrogate was probably giving birth down the hallway. And they're sitting in there partying like complete morons, thinking they're going to fool the world with all that crap. I mean, what? Did the janitor and the custodian come in that room later and find a big old bag of potatoes and potatoes rolling around all over the floor and a stinky pair of underwear and, you know, some leftover narcotic residue on the desktops with some boxes of empty white wine? I mean, I'm just curious. Did he have to sign an NDA also? All right. Skirk, what the fuck did I stumble in on? Well, you stumbled in on a live podcast, sir. And you're more than welcome to stay. Don't be afraid. It's going to be all right. Andrea Flip, Lady C makes me laugh. She said that Meghan's belly has a conical baby. What's next? A triangular one? You guys, the size of that baby bump or that potato sack or whatever the hell it was, I mean, I thought that she was like trying to go for Octomom 2.0 and break the record. I mean, what's next? Is Meghan going to be pregnant with 11 or 12 babies at one time? Can you imagine the size of that moon bump? You know, what's next? I don't put anything past it whatsoever. All right. Sturg, bro, really had no life to be worrying about. Really has no life to... Well, Skirk, you know what? You probably don't have a life if you're tuning in to watch this shit either. So, you know what? Go back to the basement and tell your mom and yell at her to make you a sandwich. Bye, Felicia. They were already using up the gas tank in the room. Oh, yeah, they were hitting the nitrous. Shane, push. Meghan is too special. She doesn't poop. Wait, you've hit something on the head here. Meghan doesn't poop. I think now by this text that she put out in this message, she realizes now her shit does stink. And the whole entire world is tired of smelling it. Absolutely. All right, Zodiac, GTA 5 or 6, which one? I don't know, I don't play video games. Sorry, buddy. Nick Matthew, is the government still giving them handouts? I have no idea. I think they did get a big chunk of that you said money, but I was a long-term nanny. Gulliver, I was long-term nanny for a malignant narcissist mom. The kids are going to be ruined. Yeah, that's, what is going to happen to these kids? At some point, they're going to know. Anyway, that's the best thing about this. This is a never-ending saga. It's never going to end. Kurt, he supports Courtney Roy and her quest in becoming a man. Well, good on you, Kurt. How long did Michelle Pennison, how long did that FU post stay up before being deleted? I think it was only up for 10 or 15 minutes, not even that. Let me see here. Oh boy. Sorry, guys. I'm getting there. But at least I got out of bed today. Bear with me, guys. What do we got here? Wow. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. That's awful. Andrea Philp, Ron, $24.99. Now, that's a hell of a tip right there. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. This is like day 5 now, but yesterday was not so bad. Today was way better. Day before, forget about me. I was like talking to God, please give me down pillows if I get up there, if you take me now, you got to have like some really hot Filipino women look after Dad, because I won't be able to. So, I was making my plans. All right, Lady Jillabine, do you think she does the Insta herself? I thought maybe a member of the staff did. I was trying anything. All I know is I've heard that Meghan reads all the comments. So Meghan is her biggest fan. Meghan Markle is Meghan's biggest fan. And she goes through these things with a fine-tooth comb. She does a lot of these posts, and you can tell. I mean, you have to be so full of yourself to put out that many posts all about yourself every day, 20 times a day. And it's, like I said, maybe she just figured out that the whole entire world figured out that now her shit does stink. So congratulations, Meghan. You never cease to amaze anybody, and you just keep outdoing yourself. I mean, if it's not one flop, it's the next flop, and then it's the next flop, and then it's the next flop, and then it's a sack of potatoes in a hospital room. You've outdone yourself. Congratulations. That is just incredible. That is just unbelievable, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing what I mean, you make all this comedy yourself. It's incredible. And everybody, you've got Meghan Markle is supporting probably 30 or 40 YouTube channels and all these different sites with they just look at what she posts and they run with it. It's comedy gold. Oh. Cat Space is back in the house. Hello. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate that. Loopy Mom. Ha ha ha. We all get different names. I'm way behind on comments, boy. Mark, hello. Google admin. Okay, yeah. Linda Glass. What do you think, Tom, of the moon bump so visible in the video? I'm way behind on comments, you guys. Sorry. Joan Nichols. Joan Nichols. Hi from East London and Eastern Cape in South Africa. Hello. Donna Huggins. I know I did not see the Piers Morgan comment twerking. Asked for when the sex tape was. All right, let's see. I may have to cut this short again, guys. I'm just like losing it again. It looks like it's coming back. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Yeah, some of the medication they give you draws all the crap out of your lungs and comes up at the best times. All right. Okay. Shane, did she actually give birth to anybody? Well, there's a lot of controversy surrounding that comment right there. Like I said, there are like things floating around on the internet that she's already had a couple births and had a couple children, allegedly, from what I've seen or heard, or, you know, mysterious things end up on my desk, you know, so who knows? And, you know, like I explained yesterday, why she couldn't have kids. Did she have kids? Did she go to Canada to get her eggs? You know, I think when you put all the pieces, all the puzzle pieces together yourself and what makes sense and what fits together, you know, you have to kind of go with that. So, crap. Well, I guess that pretty much sums up the fact that I am in the... Oh, crap. You guys are not going to be happy. Anyway, what just came on the phone was a an emergency alert system for my coughing. Yeah, apparently this live broadcast is just going everywhere, and it's an emergency alert. Shit. All right. Maybe. No. I'm going to have to cut this short if I keep coughing, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, man. Sorry for that break, guys. Brutal. Brutal cough. But at least I don't have the crud anymore. I don't feel crappy. I feel good. So, all right. Pause update. Good morning, sunshine. Love from Washington State. Tom, and he says, I'm getting over bronchitis. It's been a little uphill struggle. Yep. Yeah, I don't get sick that often, but when I do, man. Okay, what's this? Hold on. Shit. Oh, I lost that one too. Okay, what's that say? Jody and Carlson. As Archie and Lily's grandfather, do you realize your father, Thomas Sr., is the only person besides King Charles and Doria to request copies of the official birth certificate of Lily and Archie? Huh. I don't think my dad cares. Actually, you know, I mean, what's he gonna do? Sue to see the grandchildren? You know, I do have a feeling that all this is gonna just blow up in their faces like everything else. I mean, look at her track record of every single thing. This is no different than anything else. And everybody knows the outcome. It's just another lie. It's just another bullshit, fabricated, made up, self-centered situation, you know, to, you know, secure her place in the royal family. And that's my opinion, allegedly, of course, and that's the way it goes down, and everybody knows that. You know, like I was talking about yesterday, the people with money, who have money to toss around like it belongs to somebody else, and they spend it like it's somebody else's, and they don't even care. They can seal things, they can do things, they can hide things. And that's all that's been going on this whole time. So this situation is no different than any other situation that's been covered up, lied, and manipulated since day one. And, you know, it's like, look at all the charities being investigated. You don't think MI6 wants to know if those MI6 and the royal family want to know if those kids are actually, you know, who they're supposed to be? And yet there's too many wishy-washy things with the birth certificates and everything else. And why would Doria want a copy? That's what you got to ask yourself. Is there trouble in paradise? Is there troubles at home? Are mommy and daughter not getting along? You know, Doria, I don't know. You're next. You know, you think you're special? No, once you're no use to her, you'll just be kicked to the side like everybody else. You know, just like Dad was. So, yeah, good on you on that one. Anyway, All right. Bay 510 Bay. I know 45 years ago you were in heaven. Donna. Shit. I seriously apologize for all this coughing, guys. Yep. Shameless Justice says, she says, fuck you. She says, F you all because she's not getting the attention that she wants. The attention that she wants is just, she wants her handful, right? She wants praise from the entire world. Now, she already screwed that up a long time ago. She could have had the world by Harry's balls. She could have. She could have embraced being a surrogacy pregnancies. She could have embraced that. She could have become a woman superpower, right? A biracial woman in the royal family who all she had to do was just shut the hell up and do her job, right? And follow the rules like everybody else. But no. Nope. Nobody's going to tell Meghan what to do. Nobody's going to tell Meghan how to do anything. Meghan's just going to mock whoever she wants to mock because Meghan thinks she's better than everybody else. And that's why Meghan is in the position that she's in today. So she may have, money stuffed in her mattress until, the end of time. Who knows and who really cares? It's blood money as far as I'm concerned. It's donated charity money, allegedly, in my opinion. And, it's pretty disgusting. It is really disgusting that when you talk about especially when, people say that I'm grifting off of Meghan, right? Well, and I'm grifting this and that or whatever, or anybody in the Markle family is grifting. It's look who is actually grifting, right? When all these people accuse, like all these sugars out there and everything, they come around and they say, oh, Tom, he's just grifting off the royal family, grifting off Meghan. He's a loser. He's a nobody. I've never been a loser and I've never been a nobody. I've always had a voice, right? And I've always done things the way that I do things. And, I'm pretty fair balanced on the way that, I treat people and I live my life. But Meghan, right? The number one major grifter in the entire planet right now is Meghan Markle. And I don't even have to say allegedly, in my opinion, because that's a freaking fact. How many times is somebody going to place an ad in a crappy magazine about the royal family, right? When you left the royal family. You didn't want to be in the royal family, so you left. And as soon as you left, that's all you've done is use the title and this and that, and you mention Catherine more than the country of India wipes its ass every day. I mean, how many times are you going to mention Catherine? How jealous are you of Catherine, right? So if somebody's grifting off the royal family, well, it's you, Meghan Markle, right? You are the number one grifter. I've never seen anybody mention the royals more in my life in 5 minutes than you have. And so it's obviously pretty sad and pathetic in your Montecito palace that you call it. She actually calls her palace in Montecito. She calls her house in Montecito a palace. The Montecito Palace. Creepy. Yeah, creepy is an understatement. So, Steve Rush, hello from Manchester. All right. Pause up all day. Thank you. I said Octomom as well. Yes, Octomom. The dead ringer right there. Josh. Bye, Felicia. Linda Glass. Good to see you again. Great idea, Linda Boston. Who volunteers to pay as? Drew Bolton. Bro, you generally are 3 times the age of these guys in the chat. Get a job. Drew Bolton. You generally are 3 times the age of the guys in this chat. So, who is Drew Bolton? And who cares who Drew Bolton is? Are you talking to me? You have no idea how old the people are in this chat. They're my age. Yeah, okay. Anyway, whatever that meant. Congratulations, Drew. Yeah. Bye, Felicia. What next? Sharon Benson. Hi, Thomas. How embarrassing for you and your family being related to that. Yes. Bernie McKenna. Hi, Tom and everybody. I caught alive. Welcome, Bernie. Appreciate that. Linda Glass. We love Tom Drew. If you don't like it, leave. That's right. See, and that's another thing, right? With all the sugars that I get bombarded with during these live broadcasts and all the people who leave those crappy comments to make themselves feel better, well, that's okay because you do have the right to do that. But talk about, like, get a life? I mean, seriously? If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. You can always go watch your Queen McBunion Sucks It, you know, and watch SpongeBob SquarePants reruns for all, you know, there's plenty of entertainment out there for you to watch. If you don't like the show, you don't have to tune in to watch it. It's plain and simple. But, you know, all right. Let's try and catch up. I've got a lot of, you know, YT Combs 3, this was a shot towards the British royal family to warn them that she has even more embarrassing videos of Harry from a long time ago. Can you even imagine what she has in her like little arsenal? But you know, what she doesn't realize is all the embarrassing pornographic material that's on the dark web about her. That's still out there floating around everywhere. There is so much crap. It's not even funny. And you know, that's why it's like, I mean, come on. Seriously. I think it's time for the royal family just to shut this whole thing down. And I think William's going to do it. And I think that's first on his list. First on his list, and rightly it should be. Harry, you know, congratulations. I don't know. I hope it's comfortable in the chicken coop, Harry. I can't even imagine how many dishes went down yesterday after that post. Brighton, hey Tom, love your content. Much laughter from Brighton, UK. Thank you so much. You feel better soon. Yeah, I'm definitely, tomorrow should be a great day. This morning was so much better, but yeah, it caught up to me a little bit. Okay. Lady Jillibean, have a whiskey with honey on me and enjoy. You know what? Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna go to the bar and I'm gonna go have a whiskey and honey on Lady Jillibean. Thank you so much. You are awesome. I so appreciate that. That is just so kind of you. And actually, that does work. It really does. Warm whiskey with honey and half a lemon. Yeah. Shameless Justice. Put some Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest. I'd rather have somebody come over and do it for me. Yes, I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. Alice Morton. It's all good to rest up. Yep. Gonna definitely be resting up. All right. I am so behind on comments, you guys. I am so sorry. Anyway, I'm going to solve this problem. Like I keep saying, I'm going to solve this problem, but I will have a new tower and a new screen, a new camera, a new microphone, new firewalls, new VPNs, and then it's showtime. But I'm still working on the content. I've got a very hilarious video coming out, so just be patient, guys. Stick with me. You'll see some good comment, and don't forget, like, subscribe, you know, every day. I mean, the numbers are going up finally. It's actually really cool, and it actually makes me happy, and I appreciate every single one of you and all your support. It's just amazing. And I'm gonna keep the content coming and just, you know, I like making an ass out of myself. It makes people laugh. So it's pretty simple. What else? What else? What else? And some of the news bits today, I want to hit on a few of those because I always like to pull the news up. I was going to do some other things, but I had technical difficulties again. Ugh. But on the New York Post today, it says that Thomas Markle Sr. is suffering in the Philippines. Okay? What the fuck? These paid PR things, like New York Post is so far up Meghan's butthole, she can taste that nasty raspberry jam. You know, it's like, come on. Oh, again, they keep reposting this and reposting this and reposting this. It's like, I just don't get it. Where is that other news stuff I had? Okay. Where is it? News. Yeah, the New York Post. Dad struggling in the Philippines. Dad is not struggling in the Philippines. This is, for anybody who's ever been to the Philippines, it's very inexpensive, but it's about the people. It's about the climate. It's about the fact that you have 7,145 islands to choose from. You can jump on a boat and go to the most insane tropical destination with 80-degree water, a giant aquarium. Wherever you go in the water, it looks like an aquarium. It's incredible. But the best part about the Philippines is the people. Everybody is nice and they're appreciative on what they have. And they treat everybody as though they want to be treated. It's not about what you have or who you are or anything like that. It's about who you are as a person and how you value family and friends. It's an amazing, amazing community. It's incredible. So, blow it out your ass, New York Post, because you guys keep posting this story like what, 4 times, 5 times in the last 2 weeks? Must be running out of material. Why doesn't the New York Post send a camera crew over like to Meghan's house and put a camera up that dress and count the fucking potatoes? How about that? Now that's a news story. Netflix would really, really jump on that. But, and the other news was News Nation, another like, you know, but I kind of like half on the fence, half not on the fence or whatever. But Harry's lonely. Seems that Harry is lonely in Montecito. Wonder why. Maybe Harry's tired of making videos. Maybe Harry's tired of pretending that he's happy. Maybe Harry's just, what the hell? What happens if Harry snaps? Now that's a news story. Is Harry about to snap and just completely go nuts and go bonkers? Everybody has their breaking point now, don't they? So, and the Daily Beast. You know, if the Daily Beast gets involved on a twerking video, you know it's got to be good. So you guys can go look at all these news articles. But if the Daily Beast puts a story on it, it's worth reading because they're pretty much straight shooters. And they called it horrendous and disgusting. And it is. Yeah. So, let's see. That's it. More line, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I just gave a rundown on what that video just basically explained. And it just looked like a rented hospital room that was down the hall from a maternity ward. And a bunch of jackasses dancing around on drugs and alcohol, laughing and making a mockery about everything that they could possibly make a mockery on, allegedly, in my opinion. And that's what it looked like. And it's a slap in the face to the royal family. It's a slap in the face to anybody with half a freaking brain. And the only one that it got done for was for Meghan's entertainment. Pretty sad. But, you know, you make your bed, you sleep in it, and you can't fix stupid, and that's the way it goes. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this short because my voice came back for a few minutes, but it's probably going to go out again. And but I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll have some really comical things to post. Now, I wanted to remind everybody, I did the video I posted about Cebu City. There's some very cool little video clips of Dad in there. So go back and watch those. It's from 2 days ago. Really good. And that's it. But like, subscribe, tell your friends about it. And most important of all, Every single day, tell your loved ones that you love them. You only have one family and a small group of real good friends you can always count on. And that's all there is to it. And be the best person you can be. Random acts of kindness, selfless acts of kindness, and just be true, especially to yourself. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. I'm going to go rest and get rid of this cold, and I'm going to take the advice from one of my awesome subscribers who's a member and maybe go get myself some of that honey and jack and lemon. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.